Starting lineups tonight for the boys' games is brought to you by Stubbs. Sports fans, when you're traveling, you need one stop that has it all. On I-76, take exit 66A in Wiggins at Stubbs. Starting for the Sterling Tigers tonight is going to be junior Mitchell Boxberger, along with sophomore Dayton Diario, senior Caleb Garcia, junior Memphis Dempsey, and junior Blake Cloberdance. Starting for your Fort Morgan Mustangs is going to be junior Hayden Marsh, along with senior J.J. Marquez, senior Broden Jess, junior Cooper Chisholm, and senior Carlo Baselli. J.J. Marquez is averaging 19.6 points a game. Cooper Chisholm, 11.8 points a game, and he is shooting at 30% from threes. The team is shooting at 26% from the three-point line. So we'll see what happens here. The head coach of the Fort Morgan Mustangs is David Marquez, and he is assisted by Jim Kreckermeyer and Chris Harper and Harrison Chisholm. So it should be a good contest here tonight. It always is. See who's jumping against the Mustangs tonight. It will be Carlo Baselli, and he will be going up against, if I get my right papers on here, I'll know who that is. That is going to be Memphis Dempsey that is going to jump for the Sterling Tigers. And Carlo Baselli wins the tip. Mustangs with possession. Just start off the game here tonight. Far side to Baselli out at the point. Now to Cooper Chisholm on the near side. J.J. Marquez at the baseline. He's going to kick it out to Baselli. Now to Chisholm for three, and that's going to be short. I don't know if that was partially deflected. Nice job there by Broden Jess as he gets it back into Hayden Marsh. And Marsh puts up the two-pointer. A nice job there by Broden Jess on the save. Nice crowd here tonight at Stan Lappy Gymnasium, and that is going to be a three that is going to go awry from Dayton Diorio. Rebounded to Carlo Baselli. Somebody is down. I did not see what happened down for Sterling. I don't know if he got hit in the face. I'm not sure just what happened.
I did not see that.
It's kind of behind the plate. Blake Cloberdance, a junior for the Tigers. I'm not sure just what transpired. Looks like he may have got hit in the eye, maybe. He is up there helping him off of the. Still got poked in the eye, purely accidental. This first quarter is brought to you by Better Electric, covering all electric work from residential to commercial to agricultural. Better does matter. Call 970-521-1030. So we'll see who came in for him. Anyway, Mustangs with possession up 2-0 off of the Hayden Marsh put back from Broden Jess. Underneath to J.J. Marquez. Nice setup underneath. J.J. Marquez with a bucket. 4-0 Mustangs here early on. Less than a minute minute and a half taken off the clock here in quarter number one. Over on the far side to Boxberger, being guarded by Chisholm. Up front now to Diorio. They're going to call an illegal screen on the Sterling Tigers. That will go against Caden Easton. Easton is the one who came in for Cloberdance. Marsh up into the front court over on the far side to JJ. Lob underneath to Jess, and then the foul is going to be called. And that will be on Caden Easton. That will be his second. Mustangs inbound right baseline of their basket. They get into Baselli, back to Jess. Jess in the lane. Little jumper's going to roll around and go in for Broden Jess. Wasn't sure if it was going to go in or not there for a minute. Diorio picks up his dribble, hands it off now to Easton. Little turnaround jumper is going to be up by Caden Easton. Mustangs quickly into the front court. Chisholm to JJ over on the near side. Baselli out at the point. 6-2 Mustangs. Chisholm to Jess in the right corner. Looks, finally gets it to Marsh. Marsh for a three, and that is nothing but the bottom of the net. Hayden Marsh with a triple. 5 points on the night for Marsh, 9-2. That is going to be the third foul on Caden Easton. So quickly into the game is going to be Tristan Klostrup. Broden Jess out at the three-point line. Going to kick it off now to Chisholm. Chisholm at the right wing off to JJ's. He's going to dribble. He's going to pop for a deep three. Off the back of the rim and no good. Going to be rebounded by Memphis Dempsey, his first. 9-2 Mustangs, under 5 minutes to go here. That 3-2 is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Hayden Marsh, his first. Marsh quickly into the front court. That's one thing the Mustangs will do is run. JJ from the corner is up and no good. Going to be rebounded by this Caleb Garcia of Sterling. Diorio being guarded by JJ. Over on the far side now to Klostrup, up top to Diorio. Diorio going to drive it all the way down, and no foul called off of JJ and out of bounds. Diorio thought he was fouled, could have been, nothing called. Into the corner, and that is going to be up and good for the three, and that is going to be Tristan Klostrup from downtown. 9-5, Mustangs on offense. As you said earlier, nice crowd here, nice student section by the Mustangs tonight, but also a lot of community people as Sterling has showed up here, and a lot of Mustang fans also. Underneath the Carlo Baselli. Baselli, little layup is good, up and good. Carlo Baselli nice from the left side. Diorio's going to drive it down, pick it up, gets it off to Klostrup. Over on the near side of Diorio. Diorio is going to drive it in. It looks like a walk, but shot is going to be up and good by Dayton Diorio. Diorio is a senior. I don't know where I saw that he was a sophomore. He is a senior. Marsh into the corner. He's going to dribble it out. Man-to-man defense by the Sterling Tigers. 11-7 Mustangs. Up top to Baselli. Marsh with a three from the corner. Up and good. Hayden Marsh back-to-back triples. Nice job there by Hayden Marsh and getting him open. 14-7 Mustangs. Diorio crosses the timeline. He is going to get it back, and he's going to run it down, and the shot is going to be up and no good, but he gets his own rebound. Puts it back up and in. 14-9, 5-point lead here by the Fort Morgan Mustangs. 2.5 to go opening quarter. Chisholm in the corner, going to get back to JJ, now to Broden Jess. Jess throws it away, and then a tie-up, and that will be to the Tigers. So that will be turnover number 1 for the Mustangs. Royer Alvarez will come in for Jess. Head coach for the Sterling Tigers, Brent Fiskus. Assisted by Dylan Diorio and Joel McCracken. Boxberger into the lane, and that shot is going to be up and good by Tristan Klostrup. 3-point game here, 14-11. Baselli from the free throw line. That shot is going to be up and no good. Royer Alvarez with a shot. Nice job there by Alvarez. The rebound and the putback. 16-11 Mustangs. Diorio being guarded by Marquez. Finally into the front court. Left-handed dribble by Diorio. Shot is going to be up and no good. Rebound tipped around and finally taken by Baselli. Marsh to Chisholm, back to JJ. JJ at the free throw line. Shot is going to be short into the hands of Diorio for his second rebound. Long pass down court, and that turnaround jumper is going to be up and good by Memphis Dempsey. Minute to go here, opening quarter, 16-13. Game we thought was going to happen is happening here. The shot is going to be up and no good. Nice strong rebound there by Baselli. Royer for a three from the two from the corner. Up and good. That was for a two. His foot was on the line. Diorio, they're going to spread it. They're going to let Diorio drive it to the bucket. Hands it off now to Klostrup. He backs it up. Under 30 seconds to go here. Diorio for a three, and that's going to be short. Going to come down to Marsh. JJ is going to kick it out to Chisholm. Chisholm for a three. Up, in and out. Diorio with the rebound. Unofficially three for him. Pass down court, and that is going to be a two for Memphis Dempsey. Chisholm for a three off the rim and no good. Going to be rebounded, but that is how quarter number one. Quick quarter. Holy cow.
That was fast, wasn't it?
The Mustangs will go to quarter number two with a 3-point lead, 18-15 on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Brian Nickel, Corey Riddle back here at Stan Lampe Gymnasium in Fort Morgan. 18-15 Mustangs as we start quarter number two. Royer at the free throw line drives it in. That is going to be short. Baselli, though, with the rebound. He's going to put it up and in. Baselli with 4 on the night. We'll give Baselli the rebound on that, 4 unofficially. Fort Morgan with the pressure defense. Get it into the hands of Nolan, who has come in for the Tigers. Back to Diorio. Looks like a zone defense now by Mustangs. 2-1-2 zone defense. Nolan for a three, and that is up and good. They're going to have to get out on him, but that happens very often. Chisholm in the corner underneath to Baselli. Back to Marsh as he's going to kick it out to JJ. To Baselli. Now to Chisholm. Up and good. Chisholm with a three. 5-point lead still, 23-18. 2-on-2 zone defense. Nolan into the front court. Over and back. He gave it to him too soon, but that's turnover. I only have that as the first turnover on.
Yep, that's what I got too.
So a clean game. Clean game here so far. No fouls. Very few fouls called and very few turnovers. The Mustangs will inbound just in front of the Sterling bench. Get it into Marsh. Back to Royer Alvarez. Chisholm in the corner. Now to Baselli. Baselli's going to try to go up with it. Royer with a rebound. Could not get it to go up and in. And they're going to call a foul on Sterling. Is that on Diorio? No, it's called on somebody else. That is going to be on Dempsey. This is going to be Memphis Dempsey. That will be his first. Marsh to Chisholm underneath to JJ. He's got to get out of there. It's going to be 3 seconds. You got to get out of there, JJ. Shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Garcia. Sterling gets it underneath. That's going to be off of the hands of Dempsey and out of bounds. So turnover number 2 by Sterling. Broden Jess in for Royer Alvarez. Alvarez may have a bloody nose, I'm not sure. He ran right off the court. Baselli to Chisholm. Chisholm's going to drive it all the way down. The shot is going to be up and no good. Look for the foul and nothing called. That's going to be an offensive foul. And that will be on Memphis Dempsey as he put the arm into one of the Mustangs. So Dempsey, that should be 2 on him. So they're talking, no, they're going to go check on Royer Alvarez. So I guess they're discussing that. I'm not sure what the deal is. I don't think he had any blood on the floor. Anyway, the Mustangs with possession, 23-18. Hayden Marsh in the corner. Ball is going to be tipped away and out of bounds off of Diorio. Mustangs will retain possession. Jess to inbounds. Get it into Hayden Marsh out at the point, being guarded by Nolan on the far side to Marquez. Baselli at the free throw line underneath, and that ball is going to be taken away. Turnover number 2 by the Mustangs. Not a good pass there by Baselli. Nolan at the baseline. He's going to back it up. They need to get on him. That shot is going to be well short. They're saying it was tipped by Baselli. I didn't think he hit it, but he must have, as short as it came out. But so the Sterling Tigers will retain possession as they will inbounds left baseline of their basket. Get it into Nolan. That shot is going to be long. J.J. Marquez with a rebound. Baselli. Oh! One-handed slam. Carlo Baselli with the slam. Back-to-back games. Carlo puts it down. 25-18. 7-point lead by the Mustangs. Into the hands of Diorio. He's going to drive it down. His shot is going to be up and no good, but he's going to be fouled on the drive. And let's see, that is going to be on Broden Jess. That will be his first, team first, actually, of the game. So Diorio to go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw is up and off the back of the rim. Diorio is shooting at 73%. He's 35 of 48. So Royer Alvarez comes in for Baselli. Going to give him a little rest after the throwdown. I wasn't sure he was going to be able to get there in time without being fouled. Diorio with foul shot number 2 is up and good. 5 points on the night for Dayton Diorio. Into the hands of Marsh. Marsh is going to drive it down. Shot is going to be up and no good, but the foul is going to be called out underneath on the shot. And that will be on Kason Nolan, his first. Hayden Marsh will go to the line to shoot 2. (25-19), 6-point lead here by the Mustangs. Shot is up and good for Marsh. Second quarter is brought to you by Sydney Regional Medical Center. Don't let an injury keep you out of the game. Learn more at sydneyrmc.com. Hayden Marsh with free throw number 2. Up and good for Marsh.
Nice.
10 points on the night for Hayden Marsh. Into the game for the Mustangs is going to be King Griffin. He will spell Marsh for a little bit. Into the hands of Nolan. Back to Diorio. Zone defense here once again by the Mustangs. 3 from the corner. Net is going to be in and out. Diorio with the rebound and the putback. Seven points on the night for Diorio. Chisholm over to Royer. Back to Chisholm out at the free throw, out at the half court line, Back to Griffin. Royer Alvarez on the right wing. JJ out at the point. Chisholm into the lane. Little floater is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Jess. Nice job by Broden Jess. The rebound and the putback. 4 points on the night for the senior Broden Jess. 8-point lead, 29-21 here. 4:24 to go, second period. Mustangs with a tip. Broden Jess. Layup is going to be up and good. Broden Jess. Third turnover. Jess with his 6th point of the night. 10-point lead, 31-21. Nolan back to
Nice, another steal.
Tristan. Handoff, they're going to call a travel on. I thought he had got rid of. They're going to call the travel. It's only the third turnover, I believe, by the Mustangs.
3 for Mustangs and 4 for Sterling.
Okay. Now a timeout is going to be called. I did not see who called it, but it doesn't matter. It looks like it will be a full timeout, but we will keep it right here. So a fast-paced game.
It really is tonight.
Mustangs up 10, 31-21. Buckeye Welding Supply, you have questions, they have answers. Our area welders know what sets them apart at 330 South 11th Avenue in Sterling. Well, so far for the Mustangs tonight, Hayden Marsh is leading the way with points. 6'8", he has 10 points for the Mustangs. For the Sterling Tigers, Dayton DiOrio leads the way with 7. I have him with 4 rebounds. I have Carlo Baselli with 4 rebounds as well for the Mustangs.
I hope the Mustangs keep up that pressure and keep the turnovers coming. That was pretty good, that last minute of the game right there.
Yeah, that pressure created a couple of turnovers. And maybe that's what Brent Fiskus, the head coach of Sterling, is wanting to implement, something to try to break that press. And they did a nice job the last time they put that press on. That kid got that free from the corner. So, yep. So DiOrio to inbounds far end of their basket. And looked like he was going to have a baseball pass there for a minute, but into the hands of Klostrup, into the hands now Dempsey, and that free throw or shot is going to be up and go to, Caleb Garcia. Chisholm into the front court. A lot of hand checking. Usually that's called, but it's not being called tonight. Nice job there by, it's going to be turned over as they tried to get it into Alvarez, and the foul is going to be called on the shot. See who that's going to be on. That's going to be on. They're going to call that on J.J. Marquez. That will be his first. That will send Memphis Dempsey to the line to shoot 2. First one goes in for Dempsey. For Dempsey on the year is only 2 of 12. Hasn't shot a lot. Free throw number 2 rolls around and out, and unfortunately tipped back to the Sterling Tigers, but Royer Alvarez finally comes down with it. Hayden Marsh back into the game for the Mustangs. Chisholm on the bench for a little bit. Jess at the baseline. Oh, not a good pass. Turnover number 5. Mustangs have got a DiOrio from a straight 3, and that is going to be up and good. Dayton DiOrio with 3. 6-0 run here by the Sterling Tigers. Nothing called. Hayden Marsh finally gets a foul called on the shot. He was bumped underneath and nothing called. So Hayden Marsh will go to the line to shoot 2. That is going to be on Boxberger, his first. So Marsh is 2 of 2. He had 2 just a minute ago. Free throw is up and off the side of the rim and no good. You know, they talk about winning the games at the end with free throws. You know, you get the opportunity here, you've got to knock those free throws down. Baselli back into the game for Jess. Yeah, Royer Alvarez had the bloody nose. He's back on the court with some cotton in the left nostril. 2:50 to go here, second quarter. 31-27 Mustangs. 6-0 run by the Sterling Tigers. And that was going to go off the top of the. I think it could hit the top of the basket and or top of the backboard and still be good. Now a foul is going to be called on the Mustangs. That will be on Kane Grippin. Chisholm will come back in. Grippin will take a seat. 32-27 Mustangs. DiOrio Has it in the backcourt over on the far side to Klostrup. That is going to be off of Alvarez, not out of bounds. Tigers to inbounds, front court, far side. Into Klostrup, back to Diorio being guarded by Chisholm. That was actually a 2-1-2 zone defense by the Fort Morgan Mustangs. Up top, and now on the near side to Dempsey. Looks like they're trying to get it underneath to Diorio. Bounce pass on the side back to Dempsey. Diorio left baseline, goes up with it. Nice strong move there by Dayton Diorio. (32-29). The Sterling Tigers have cut the 10-point lead down to 3, excuse me. Alvarez back to JJ. Little jump from left side is up and no good. Going to be rebounded by the Tigers, Tristan Klostrup. Ball tipped away momentarily, and then a bad pass on the far side by Mitchell Boxberger. 5th turnover by the Tigers. This is when the Mustangs, they need to take advantage of this and make some points when they get that turnover. So Klostrup will go out. Kason Nolan, the junior, will come in for the Tigers. Into the hands of Hayden Marsh. Mustangs need a bucket. JJ in the right corner. Up top to Baselli. Back to Marsh. Back to Marsh for 3 up, and that was a little long. Going to be rebounded to Nolan of Sterling. Boxberger on the far side. Now to Diorio straight away. He's going to... Nice job there defensively by the Mustangs to stop that drive. Diorio now with a 3, and that is going to be off the back of the rim and no good. Rebounded to Baselli. Almost thrown away. 5. Layup is going to be up and good by Cooper Chisholm. 5-point game, under a minute to go, under 50 seconds. Into the hands of Nolan. Now a timeout, a 30-second timeout. Kason Nolan had got trapped just into the front court. And head coach thought that was not a good place to be, so they called that timeout to get him out of that position. Gordon Insurance, be prepared for everything life throws at you. Car insurance, life insurance, farm insurance, and crop insurance, all at Gordon Insurance. Visit GordonINS.com. So coming up later on in the week, actually not in the week, how about next week? They will be home to Eaton on the 3rd, and then they will be at University on the 5th. Sterling inbounds to Diorio. 40 seconds to go here, opening half, 34-29. Ball tipped away, taken by J.J. Marquez. Little layup is going to be, rolls off the other side, gets his own rebound, goes up strong. Shot is going to be blocked, and it's going to be off of the Mustangs and out of bounds. Could not get that thing to go down. 20 seconds to go. They'll probably run it down for the last shot, I would guess. Back to Diorio into the front court. Ball is going to be tipped away. Yep. Sterling with the possession. And they're going to come up with it again. It's going to be run down by Dempsey. Shot is going to come up short. Let's see if they can ever get rid of it. Oh, Diorio right at the bucket. Mustangs could not come up with the ball there right at the end of the first half. So at halftime, it is a 3-point lead here by the Mustangs, 34-31 on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Halftime here of the boys' game. The Mustangs lead at 34-31. The girls fall earlier tonight, 46-29 to the Lady Tigers. As far as the selection and seeding index goes for the boys, the rankings. Eaton is at number 8. This is just for the teams in the 4A Patriot League. Eaton is at number 8. University is 11. Fort Morgan is 24. Sterling 28. Valley 52. And Weld Central 54. And as far as standings in the 4A Patriot League, University at 3-1, Eaton at 3-1, Sterling at 3-1, Fort Morgan at 2-2, Valley is at 1-3, and Weld Central at 0-4. The Mustangs season quickly coming to a close. The last game will be at Sterling on the 17th. They will be home to Eaton on the February 3rd. And then they will be home to University on the 5th and finish out the home stand against Weld Central on the 11th. And then they will be at Valley on a Friday on the 13th. And then travel to Sterling on the 17th to finish out the season. And then we'll see what happens after that. Well, they will have the 4A Patriot League tournament, I believe, after that. But maybe, I'm not sure how that works. I think last year it may include maybe some of the other Patriot League teams. I am not real sure how that works. But there will be a tournament at the end of the season before they get into any type of state tournament. So once again, the Mustangs lead it here by a count of 34-31. We'll send it back to the station for one more break and then be back with the second half of the boys game here on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Let's go another 3. Thank you. Crowd's leaving.
Exactly.
I didn't realize they were going to have that. It's still a pretty good crowd, though. They still.
That was pretty packed back here.
Yep. Good.
Those people right there, it's like, come on.
They had to back them up a little bit so we could see the far end of the court.
It's anyone's game tonight so far.
Yep. Yeah, I thought maybe Morgan would pull away where they had that 10-point lead and outscored 10-3. It was 31-21 at one time, and now it's 34-31. Feels like you turned the air conditioner on it there. Okay.
All right. Still a pretty good crowd, though. A lot of them went up and stayed. Oh, yeah, it really is.
Brian Nickel, Corey Riddle back here at Stan Lampe Gymnasium. Not sure what they're. Might have been a little blood out there when Royer got his bloody nose. Looked like they're trying to clean that up a little bit. Apparently just located it here, so that'll take a second or two here to get that cleaned up. Anyway, as we were talking off radio a little bit, there was a 31-21 game, and they were outscored 10-3 in that last stretch there.
Right. See how they do this second half. Hopefully they can pull off the win.
Sterling gets down the floor quick.
They do.
A couple of passes, and they're down either in the three-point shot or in there close. But it looks like Sterling will have possession to start off the second half. Mustangs caught sleeping here. That three is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Baselli. Nice, strong rebound, number 6 for Carlo Baselli. Baselli in the lane. Shot is going to go up and good. Baselli at the bucket. Nice dish there by Cooper. Full court pressure once again by the Mustangs. Diorio out at the top. 2-1-2 zone defense by the Mustangs. Into the corner is Klostrup, being guarded by Broden Jess, and they're going to call Klostrup for the travel. So the first turnover of the second half goes to the Sterling Tigers. See if the Mustangs can take advantage of the possession. Marsh off to Jess out at the high left wing, now to Chisholm. Thought about it, had a taller kid come out on him. JJ over on the right wing, now to Marsh. Gets it back from Marsh to Marsh for the three, and that is up, no good. Marsh hit a couple of those early on. That's going to be run down in the corner by Klostrup, his second unofficially on the rebound. So could not convert on that turnover. Up top to Diorio. Now it's a man-to-man by the Mustangs. Broden Jess now on Diorio. Diorio is going to drive it down. Left-handed layup is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Cooper Chisholm. Baselli, little layup. Oh, it comes up short, but he gets his own rebound and puts it up and in. Got the dish from JJ. JJ didn't get the assist on that one since Baselli missed the free throw, or missed the shot, excuse me. Over and back once again. That's the second time that Sterling has done that. Get it into the front court and then hit Diorio as he's trying to come from the back court. And Diorio was 2 steps still into the back court by the time he received it.
7 turnovers Sterling, 6 for Mustangs.
Get it in to Marsh. 7-point lead, 38-31. Chisholm in the corner underneath the Baselli. Into Jess. Shot is going to come up short, going to be rebounded by Garcia of Sterling. Diorio once again, he's going to put his shoulder into Marquez. Knocked away from Diorio, but he runs it down. 5.5 to go, third quarter. 38-31 Mustangs. Diorio is going to drive it. He's going to try to take it into the bucket. He's going to hand it off now to Boxberger out at the point. Boxberger guarded by Chisholm. Now Broden Jess guarding, kicked away by the Mustangs. Jess layup is going to be up and good by Broden Jess. 8 points on the night for Jess. Sterling finally gets it into the front court, gets it off to Diorio. He's going to drive it in. Layup is going to be short, but he is going to be fouled up. I believe that would be on Baselli. I keep saying I think who it's going to be on, then it's not. But it is going to be on Carlo Baselli. That's just his first. So that will send Dayton Diorio to the line to shoot 2. Diorio was 1 of 2 in the first half. 9-point lead for the Mustangs. 8-point lead for the Mustangs as Diorio hits the first. 15 points on the night for Dayton DeOrio. Into the game is Caden Easton with the 3 fouls. Let's see who takes the seat. That will be Tristan Kloster. Second free throw also up and good. No pressure by the Tigers as the Mustangs get it up into the front court. Underneath the Baselli and off, they're saying it was knocked out of bounds off of Sterling. The Mustangs will inbound right baseline of their basket with Hayden Marsh to trigger it in. 4:46 to go, third quarter. Get it into Chisholm. That ball is going to be kicked by DeOrio. Mustangs will retain possession of the ball. This time left baseline of their basket to get it into Marquez. Nice lob into Marquez for the 2. Marquez with 4 points on the night. Averages almost 20. Nice tip away there by Baselli. 9 turnovers by the Sterling Tigers. Marsh quickly
got to convert
up court. Layup is going to be up and no good, but Baselli there with the cleanup and the putback.
Nice conversion there.
Baselli unofficially now with 8 rebounds. That looked like a walk. That's going to be a kick. So Sterling will retain possession. Mustangs up 11 all of a sudden, 44-33. 10-2 run here by the Mustangs to start off quarter number 3. Kaysen Nolan back into the game for Sterling. Layup is no good, but a foul is going to be called on the Mustangs. And that will be on J.J. Marquez. That will be his second. Number
5.
Number 5 at the net is Caden Easton. Free throw is off the side and no good. 2 points on the night for Easton. Easton shoots 66% from the free throw line. That one is up and good. A little bit of pressure here by the Tigers. Jess into the front court. Gets it off to Marsh out high at the point. Marsh is going to drive it all the way down. Then it's going to be off of Sterling and out of bounds. Nolan comes up from behind and knocks it out of bounds. See who's going to throw it in. Marsh to throw it in. Going to get it into Jess out at the point. Back to Marsh on the left side. JJ in the corner. JJ up and under is up and good for Marquez.
1 point.
2-1-2 zone defense. Press here by the Mustangs. Nolan, another steal by Marsh. Layup is going to be up and good. That Chisholm on the bucket. DeOrio trapped out at half court and gets it off to Easton. Easton's going to kick it out into the corner, and that shot is going to be up and no good by Caleb Garcia. Who made that? Was that? I looked down for just a minute. Was that DeOrio with the bucket?
Yeah.
Looked down for a minute to mark the turnover, and they scored. So unofficially, you got what, 10 on the
10 and 6. Yeah, 10 on Sterling, 6 on Mustangs.
Yep, no
Mustangs were able to convert some of those turnovers into points. That's great.
Yeah, they're up 12, 48-36. This was a 3-point game at halftime.
Yep.
So they just need to come out, and that full court pressure has hurt Sterling here to start off this second half. So we'll see if it can continue. Now I know earlier on in that first half, Sterling kind of got to where they could get by that pressure defense and get a couple easy baskets. So we'll see if they get that figured out or not. But right now the Mustangs up 48-36. Mustangs are averaging 64 points a game. Sterling at 50.6, giving up 62. So Mustangs to inbounds. Boys, they got to throw it in. Throw it in, boys. The clock is going. I've seen that done before. They don't hustle down there to get the ball put in, and the ref will put it in play. JJ to Chisholm in the corner. Back to JJ out at the wing. He's going to drive it into the lane. And it's off of Jess and off of Jess. Nice save there by the Mustangs. Yes, they do. Chisholm with the foul call. He will go to the line to shoot 2. And that foul is going to go on Caleb Garcia. That will be his first. Chisholm will go to the line to shoot 2. It's kind of some helter-skelter. So the Mustangs did have their first turnover, and then
they got it back. So.
And they got it back. So Chisholm with free throw number 1 is up and good. So I guess it was back-to-back turnovers. So that's the 11th on Sterling, and then Fort Morgan with their 7th. 13-point lead, 49-36. Free throw is up and good by Cooper Chisholm. 9 points on the night for Chisholm. Zone defense here once again by the Mustangs. This time they waited until DiOrio got into the front court. And that 3 is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded underneath by Dempsey. He's going to give it off now out to DiOrio out at the point. That could have been a... Chisholm likes that reach around. Knocks that ball away. If they call that a 2-3 or a 2-1-2 zone defense by the Mustangs, going to give it up top to DiOrio. He's going to kick it off on the other side to Nolan, being guarded by JJ. Sterling's a little out of sorts right at the moment. Shot is going to be up and no good, but it's going to be put back up and in by Memphis Dempsey. 7 points for Dempsey.
12-point lead, 50-38.
JJ for a 3 in the corner. That's going to be short, going to be rebounded by Caleb Garcia, unofficially his 4th. Nice job there by Broden Jess to get back as they tried the baseball pass down to Dempsey, and he broke that up right at the bucket. So nice job there by Broden Jess to get back. So Sterling DiOrio to inbounds for the Tigers. Look, and over on the far side to Easton. Layup is going to be up and good by Caden Easton. 10-point lead, 50-40. Jess into the corner, lost it. Shot is going to be up and no good. Tipped around and finally, Broden Jess ran into him. He didn't mean to, he just kind of got into it. But so Broden Jess with his second foul, third team foul in the third quarter, excuse me. So Jess will go out. Royer Alvarez in for the Mustangs. Into the hands of DiOrio as he crosses midcourt. Far side to Klostrup, being guarded by Chisholm into the corner, and that 3 is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Royer Alvarez. Under a minute to go. JJ Marquez screen. Chisholm for a 3, up and good. Cooper Chisholm from downtown. His second 3 of the night. 13-point lead, 53-40. Under 30 seconds to go. Ball is going to be tipped. That's what happened. Carlo Baselli can jump, and he just knocked that right back and took the ball. JJ at the bucket, up and good. JJ Marquez with 8 on the night all of a sudden. DiOrio into the front court. 6 seconds. Over on the far side. Let's see if they even get it off. And they do not. So the Mustangs with a strong third period as they lead it now 55-40 as we go to quarter number 4 here on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Mustangs outscore Sterling by a count of 21-9 in that third period to go up 55-40. Mustangs with possession here to start off quarter number 4. So 15-point lead into Baselli under the basket, and that goes to Royer Alvarez. Misses it, puts it back up, still misses it. Baselli, though, he gets the clean up and puts it back up and in. Full court pressure once again by the Mustangs. 3 from the corner is going to be up and no good. Strong rebound by Baselli. I have him with 10. They're going to call a travel on Sterling, so that will be their 13th turnover. So the Mustangs will take possession up 57-40. JJ up and
Almost got him sleeping.
looked like must have been, I'm going to say a foul on number 5 on the body. That's who it's going to be on. That will be on Caden Easton. That will be 4 on him. So JJ will go to the line to shoot 2. This will be his first trip to the line tonight. JJ's 69% from the free throw line, in and out. He really pretty automatic with that. Into the game is going to be Caleb Garcia. Caden Easton will take a seat for the Tigers. 17-point lead here by the Mustangs, 57-40, just over 7 minutes to go. That second one is up and good for JJ. 9 points on the night. Ball is going to be tipped away off Fort Morgan and out of bounds. This full court pressure is
really putting
kind
a lot
of put Sterling out of sorts here a little bit. Another steal. They're going to call a kick by Chisholm on the steal, so that will leave the ball with Sterling. 58-40. As they get it in to Klostrup. Back to Diorio. Diorio is still in the backcourt. Bounce pass to Boxberger up in the front court. Another steal by the Mustangs. 14 turnovers. JJ with a little floater up and no good, but he gets his own rebound, then knocks him to the floor. Nothing called, just out of bounds. So Marquez with his third rebound could not get the bucket to go. Get it into JJ in the corner, back out top to Marsh. Cooper back to Marsh out at the point. 6:41 to go. Mustangs up 58-40. Marquez pass to Royer out at the top. Chisholm in the corner underneath the Baselli. Baselli's going to go up with a nice strong move there by Carlo Baselli. This is kind of what I've been waiting for Baselli to. Little rough out there at midcourt, nothing called. Strong defense here by the Mustangs. One thing that Sterling has not done in the second half is hit the threes like they were doing in the first half. Their long-range shots have not been going in. Back to Diorio out at the point over on the far side to Boxberger. That three is off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Alvarez, his 4th unofficially. Into the hands of Hayden Marsh, the junior. Marsh with 11 so far, did not score in that third quarter. Marsh is going to drive it down. Chisholm for a 3 from the corner. Up and good. Cooper Chisholm downtown. That is his 3rd 3 of the night.
He's on fire.
23-point lead here. Quick hands by the Mustangs. Shot is going to be up and good at the bucket by Diorio. 63-42, 21-point lead here for the Mustangs with just over 5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Marsh pulls it up, gives it off to Chisholm. Chisholm from the free throw line. Up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Boxberger. Layup is going to be up and good at this end, and that will be Memphis Dempsey. Now a little bit of pressure here by Sterling. I figure they need to put some pressure on as they were down by 21 to get it into Chisholm. Ball is going to be tipped and taken away by the Tigers. into the hands of Diorio from a deep three, and that's off the back of the rim and no good. That's kind of an ill-advised shot. Royer Alvarez with his 5th rebound. Oh. Hayden Marsh at the Dubaselli. Little jumper is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Dempsey, unofficially his 4th. 63-44, 4:18 to go. Quarter number 4. Shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded, but a foul is going to be called on Alvarez. And that will send Caleb Garcia to the line to shoot 2. Alvarez, and that is just his 1st. So Caleb Garcia will be his first trip to the free throw line tonight. 4:13 to go, 63-44, 63-45. Broden Jess back into the game for Alvarez. Boxberger will take a seat. Kason Nolan back into the game for the Tigers. 18-point lead, 17-point lead. Second free throw up and good. Hayden Marsh had it tipped away from him. 9 turnovers by the Mustangs. See what Diori usually likes to take it in. There's going to be a reach around foul. I think that will be on J.J. Marquez. That will be foul number 3. So Sterling will inbounds far side mid-front court. Prospect gets it into Diorio. 63-46. Mustangs with the lead with 3:40 to go in the 4th quarter. Almost. I think they could have had a foul call on JJ. Did not pass up. Oh, and missed by the Mustangs. And finally it's going to be a turnover by each team. Now a travel is going to be called on Sterling under the basket. He must have said that he shuffled his feet a little bit, did Memphis Dempsey. So like 16 turnover. What we got going on here? Full timeout by the Mustangs. 63-46.
Right now we're sitting at 16 turnovers for Sterling and 10 for the Mustangs.
Yeah, this has been one of their better games as far as turnovers is concerned. Only 10. I mean,
yeah,
you know,
really good game.
So if this continues, the Mustangs will improve to 10-5 and 3-2 in league. Sterling will fall to 6-9 and 3-2 in league, with the Mustangs looking at Eaton coming in next Tuesday. Fort Morgan lost to Eaton 61-56 at Eaton early on. That was the first league game of the year.
Morgan keeps up the press, that's full court pressure then. Doesn't seem like Sterling can answer back on that really well.
Well, it seemed when Sterling has come out now, they were down, 19 or 18 or whatever it was. And then in the 4th quarter, and then they finally decided to start putting pressure on the Mustangs. I don't know why they wait so long, but we will see what the Mustangs can do with it, because they've turned it over here a couple of times in the 4th quarter. So
3:28 to go in the game.
Get it into Chisholm, back to Hayden Marsh into the backcourt, back to Chisholm to get it up into the front court, and they do. Little contact out at center court, nothing called. Get it to Broden Jess. Jess to Marsh. A little pressure here by the Sterling Tigers. 3 minutes to go, 63-46. Mustangs no hurry to force up a bad shot. Underneath to Baselli. Baselli going to kick it back out to Marsh. Nice job there by Hayden Marsh to pull it back out. Now a hand check foul, and that will go against Kason Nolan. That will be his 2nd. Only the 2nd team foul on the Tigers here in quarter number 4. So Mustangs will inbounds far side. Get it into Marsh in the back court. Being guarded by Kason Nolan. Hands it off to Baselli. Marsh to Baselli. Baselli underneath to Jess. Nice feed there. Baselli to Broden Jess. 10 points on the night for Jess, 65-46. Ball is going to be tipped and finally taken by Sterling, but misses the shot. Cooper Chisholm with his second rebound unofficially. Into the front court. Jess back out to Marsh. No hurry here for the Mustangs whatsoever. We're going to get it underneath to Baselli. Baselli, strong move, but that's going to be blocked by Diorio. Taken away. No, Mustangs underneath now to Broden Jess. Jess misses it though, gets it back and misses it again. So we'll give him a couple of rebounds, but could not get the bucket. Under 2 minutes to go. Another steal by the Mustangs. And a foul is called, I believe, on Sterling. And that will go against Casey Nolan. So turnover number 17 by Sterling. Klostrick will come out. Caden Easton into the game. Get it into Hayden Marsh. A little bit of a screen there by JJ. Hayden Marsh over on this left side. Now back out to JJ out at the point. Minute to Baselli. Baselli out high. No place to go with it. Bounce pass. He gets it back after the tip. Then tipped once again, but to Broden Jess. Baselli is going to be blocked from the back. Possession two. They call that a turnover, number 11 by the Mustangs. Now a foul is going to be called on the drive as Diorio goes to the bucket. And that will go on Carlo Baselli. That will be his second. So Dayton Diorio will go to the line to shoot two. He is 3 of 4 so far from the free throw line. Up and good. .21 points on the night for Diorio. Baselli will come out. Royer Alvarez into the game for the Mustangs. 65-47. Free throw is up and good for Diorio. Mustangs get it in. Full court pressure here once again by Sterling. Marsh underneath to Alvarez, up and under, but they're going to call him for the travel. So 12 turnovers now by the Mustangs. Mustangs are going to put a little pressure on once again the 2-on-2 zone defense. Get it to Diorio. A minute to go here. Nice steal by Jess. JJ layup is going to be up and good by Marquez. Full court pressure once again by the Mustangs. 67-48, 19-point lead, and then a foul is going to be called on the far side. We'll see who that is going to be on. That will be on Jess. That will be his third. Team fourth, I guess. 46.9 seconds. Nice win here by the Mustangs tonight. As the Tigers get the ball inbounds. Underneath to Nolan, and a three from the outside. That is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded though and put back up and in by Garcia. Hayden Marsh to Alvarez. That was good. Yeah, he traveled with it. He didn't know if he was going to dribble it or pass it, and didn't do either, and ended up traveling with it. So Mustangs up 17 with 27 seconds to go here. 67-50. Sterling up into the front court. Ball is going to be tipped and taken away by the Mustangs. And I think they're just going to run it out if they can here. Cooper Chisholm always has a good time with the other team. He's always talking them up. So it looks like that's the way this game will come to an end. Nice job by the Fort Morgan Mustangs to put down the Sterling Tigers by a count of 67-50. It doesn't happen a lot, that's for sure. But the Mustangs win at 67-50. We will take a 3-minute break and be back with the postgame show on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Brian Nickel, Corey Riddle back here at Stan Lampe Gymnasium. The Fort Morgan Mustangs put away the Sterling Tigers by a count of 67-50. Now the Mustangs led it 18-15 after a 34-31 at halftime. Then opened it up 55-40 after 3, and then won it by 17, 67-50. The big quarter was that third quarter where they outscored them 21-9. That's what really broke it open for the Mustangs. The scoring goes like this for the Sterling Tigers. Dayton DeOrio with a good game tonight, 22 points. He is followed by Memphis Dempsey with 9. 6 for Caleb Garcia, 5 apiece for Caden Easton and Tristan Klostrup, and 3 for Kason Nolan. For the Mustangs, leading the way tonight is going to be Carlo Baselli with 16. He had a double-double unofficially with 10 rebounds along with his 16 points. 15 points for Cooper Chisholm, 11 points each for J.J. Marquez and Hayden Marsh, 10 points for Broden Jess, and 4 for Royer Alvarez off the bench. As far as free throws, the Mustangs were 6 of 7. The Sterling Tigers were 9 of 12. As far as rebounding is concerned, unofficially Carlo Baselli with 10, where Alvarez with 5, J.J. Marquez and Broden Jess each with 3. As far as Sterling unofficially, Caleb Garcia with 5, Dayton DeOrio unofficially with 4. DeOrio, a strong kid to the bucket. He did not commit a foul tonight, so nice game by DeOrio for Sterling with the 22 points and 4 rebounds. I think you got a couple of turnover numbers for us.
For the Sterling Tigers, they had 19. That's where they really struggled tonight. The Fort Morgan Mustangs had a total of 12. Mustangs coming out tonight with the victory. I know they were down on the floor. They were celebrating. They're pretty happy tonight. So it's good for them.
Yep. Yeah, it was a good game for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. The player of the
long time coming, right?
Yeah, that's for darn sure. What did I say it was? Let's see. Last 2013.
Yep.
So it's been 10 years. Well, 10. How about 13 years? I can't even count. 13 years.
You're a couple years behind here
since they beat Sterling. So nice victory here by the Fort Morgan Mustang boys tonight. That's for sure. Our Premier Farm Credit Player of the Game for over 100 years. They've been providing affordable, reliable, and consistent credit. Visit premieraca.com. Well, my player of the game is going to be Carlo Baselli with his double-double, 16 points, 10 rebounds.
That's what I was thinking.
He was strong under the basket tonight. I was glad to see that. Being able to, I've seen him go under there before and then end up passing it out. But he was strong. He went up with the ball tonight and came away with 16 points and 10 rebounds for Carlo Baselli. We will be with you again next Tuesday as the Eaton Reds come into town. The Mustangs improve their record to 10-5, 3-2 in league. Sterling falls to 6-9 and 3-2 in league. So good victory here by the Mustangs tonight. Our producer and engineer of Fort Morgan Mustangs basketball tonight has been Dylan Watson. Once again, the final scores from Stan Lampe Gymnasium. The girls fall by a count of 46-29. The boys were victorious, 67-50. For Corey Riddle, this is Brian Nickel. You have been listening to Fort Morgan Mustangs basketball at Morgan County's B106, B106.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Good night, everybody.
Good night.